I think it makes sense that Portugal would go far right because they invented Portuguese, which is just ugly Spanish, and fascism is ugly politics. It fits. Center-right ahead with far-right Chega set for historic result live updates. Portugal's center-right coalition on course for narrow victory as far-right makes gains. Vosh, genuine question. You call yourself gay a lot, but talk about women as if you're into them. I say gay to mean queer. Queer sounds like limp-wristed degen talk to me. I'll use it when talking about other people, but when I say I'm gay, I just mean I like everyone. Which I do. Except for you. No parasocial arena. The Democratic Alliance, an electoral platform made up of the large Social Democratic Party, the PSD, and two smaller conservative parties, was first 30.8% of the vote, followed by the Socialist Party with 28.4%. Chega was in third place with 18.6%, raising the prospect that it could play a key role in the formation of a new center-right administration. So the concern here is Chega with the far right partnering with the Democratic Alliance because they're already partnered with two smaller conservative countries, conservative parties. The moderate wing of fascism, but unironically this time, it was never ironic. Important note, Vosh, the Socialist Party is Socdem. The Socdems are conservatives. Yep, sounds like Europe to me. The party broke through in the 2019 election, attracting 1.3% of the vote and gaining its first MP in Portugal's 230-seat assembly. 3 years later, it took 7.2% of the vote and won 12 seats. Which parties is this new far-right party cannibalizing off of? Like, are they pulling mostly from the conservative parties, or like are they pulling from the socialists as well? Let's do some learning. Is it Shea? There's like a Y. What is this noise? What does this mean? National Conservative Right-Wing Populist Political Party. Portugal. André Ventura, characterized being split between the right-wing and far-right of the political spectrum. Nationalist, conservative, personalist roots. No state intervention in the economy. Criminality, police uses, corruption, overstaffing in civil service. Decrease in tax, life imprisonment, and chemical castration. Okay. Describing itself as a strong proponent of Western civilization. Man, how can you say that from Portugal? Didn't you get teabagged by Muslims for like 500 years? Come on. Come on. We all know you long to return to the caliphate, all right? You come on. 700? Yeah, 700 years. No, that was Spain. Where do you think Portugal is? Anti-Zygonist? Anti-Romani sentiment. Oh, okay. How many Romani people are there in Portugal? I mean, I guess some at least. Lots? Really? Okay. I guess I know about their presence in like Germany and France and so on. I guess I never really thought about their presence in the Iberian Peninsula. The party supports integration measures for immigrants and states that all immigrants and foreign residents should be, quote, obliged to respect our rules, rights, and customs and traditions. Okay. Zero tolerance on illegal immigration, opposed to multiculturalism and its practice of Sharia law within the Portuguese legal system, but also claims to reject xenophobia on its platform. Eurosceptic, of course. The party states it supports the original four freedoms principle of free movement of goods, capital, services, and people among member states, but argues for a Europe of sovereign nations united by shared Greco-Roman and Judeo-Christian principles. Deus Vult, sir. Deus Vult. Deus Vult. Deus Vult. Wow. Deus Vult, sir. Oh my God. This is the most Roman statue Twitter avy imaginable. Yeah, dude. Greco-Roman principle. Yeah, yeah. You want some lube for your JO session? Jesus Christ. In Portugal, too. Okay. Honestly. Maybe by Greco-Roman tradition, what they mean is homosexuality. So I guess this is a big tent party for the right and for the far right. The organization also highlights the presence of numerous white supremacists, identitarians, and neo-Nazis in the party's ranks. And then here's the leader, Ventura. Oh, young dude. Former sports pundit. Son of the owner of a small local bicycle shop. The petit bourgeois strike yet again. The real base of fascism. The party has pulled a lot of votes from what used to be communist strongholds in the north. Yep, happens every single time. Liberals and social democrats entrench, become institutional, and never, ever, ever address the interests of populists. So when far-right populists rise up, people who are split along populist lines, even if they're left-leaning, tend to shift over. Same shit as in Germany. In his PhD thesis, he criticized criminal populism and stigmatization of minorities and revealed concern about the expansion of police powers. How woke. He published 2 novels, Montenegro in 2008 and A Última Madrugada do Islão, The Last Dawn of Islam in 2009, both with significant elements of female submission and homoeroticism. Cool. In Montenegro, the word intifada is used 4 times, 3 times a metaphor for strength and courage, and once when describing the act of sexual penetration. So does he like femboys or not? All fascists do. He claims to be a voice of common people and an anti-system politician. He provoked an outcry in Parliament in January 2020 by proposing that Joaquin Catar Moreira, an assembly member born in Guinea-Bissau who said the museum items from Portugal's former colonies should be returned, be similarly returned to our country of origin. At the 2020 convention of the Chega party, he passed a motion at the party's 2020 convention calling for the removal of ovaries from women who have abortions. Facing protests, he then called for the motion to be dropped. Well, that's a new one. Yeah. That's, there is some, like, deep sexual psychosis going on here. Yeah. How odd. Discrimination against Romani communities. Ventura supports some rights for gay people, but he believes same-sex couples should be held in civil partnerships and not marriages. Man, fascism is so cucked, dude. The average American today, even if it votes for Donald Trump, still supports gay marriage. Even like over here, you're based in red-pilled, far-right, fascist Portuguese party is like, what if we just had half gay marriage? He is personally opposed to abortion, but does not want the procedure to be criminalized. Wait, what? You presided over a proposal to remove the ovaries of women who have an abortion, but you don't want to ban abortion? Okay. He supports the legalization and regularization of prostitution as a way to protect and integrate sex workers, and believes the legalization of recreational drugs increases drug traffic. He is personally opposed to bullfighting, but opposes its sudden abolition due to the economic role it plays in some towns. That's a very Iberian Peninsula political opinion to have written in your Wikipedia. I'm not going to lie, I don't really know what to say about this. My general guess is that this is just another example of weak, inept liberalism being unable to address the interests of an increasingly populist voter base. This guy seems crazy. That ovaries thing is pretty wild. The reason why he's popular is because he runs on the platform of power and fixing corruption. All populists run on that platform. Liberals are just cowards. They don't follow through. Cowards, or do they get like ousted by lobby groups immediately if they try to do that? No, it's not just that. And I don't want to give them, like, I don't know, an excuse for being cowards in that way, you know? Social democrats and liberals are perfectly capable of taking aggressive populist attitudes towards a variety of civil issues without completely alienating the lobbying groups and investor class. They just don't, because liberalism is sort of innately inept when it comes to, any kind of populism, frankly. It's just not, it doesn't integrate well.